Yeah.
The so-called Negro community has shocked the white man by resisting all efforts to divide us. I think that you and I should continue to shock him by staying and working together in unity, despite religious, political, economic, or educational or social differences.
My people are terrified. We've been terrorized to the point that we're mentally and spiritually paralyzed. We suffered through centuries of dehumanization and degradation. It took the form of slavery and segregation in this land of the free, where oppression's government sanctioned. We're subjected to systemic skin color discrimination, from black codes to Jim Crow to black criminalization. It's been 400 years, it's time for our liberation. We're a nation within a nation, victims of colonization. Where's our revolution and Independence Day celebration? Cause what's the 4th of July to the slave on the plantation? And slavery didn't end, they just changed its implementation. Just check the 13th Amendment, then you'll see why so many black males end up as guilty defendants. The system isn't broken, it's working as it's intended. So I'm not here to fix it, I'm here to end it.
And then again, if we tell you that Negroes are being hung on the tree or being shot down illegally, unjustly, and those Negroes should do something to protect themselves, you say you're advocating violence.
I won't rest till this nightmare we're living in ends, and we see justice for our murdered young innocent men. If black lives really matter, black people need the proof. Cause we are the only ones responsible for our improvement. How can we leave it to someone else to do what's best for us, especially when there's someone else has historically been oppressing us? We can't use a system built to enslave us to free us, and we really sick if we think that they white Jesus can heal us. Our children need us to defend them, teach them and guide them, show them love and bring out the greatness that is deep inside them. Are we gonna build a nation or stay on the plantation? Keep begging for our freedom or fight for our liberation?
When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, he didn't say get nonviolent. He said praise the Lord, but pass the ammunition.
We must be willing to die together, or we'll definitely die separately. We desperately need unity if liberation is our destiny. If we don't know our history, then we doomed to repeat it. White supremacy is the enemy, but together we can defeat it. They stole us from the motherland, sold us into slavery, forced us to work for them. They got the nerve to call us lazy. In this caste system, we're outcasts, still treated as second class. But I can feel it in the air, revolutions in the forecast. We came for greatness, but they don't want us to know. So they hid our history to keep us under control. All it takes is to take a stand. The enemy's not invincible, but we must come together as one nation indivisible.
20 million black people don't even know their own language. Why? Because he took it away from them. 20 million black people who don't even know the history of their ancestors. Why? Because he took it away from them. And he's trying to tell them how thoroughly and completely they've been robbed. He says that he can hate. That's something to think about. Today you are coming out of college. You're coming out of the leading university. You're trying to go in a good direction, but you don't know which direction to go in.
So a lot of you have been asking me what my take on this 39-year-old nurse that's going around. She went viral for this video where she's out here basically asking for a husband. But I've got something that, you know, I'm going to give my take on, because yeah, it did this right here, man. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. For the ones of you that can be reached, okay? I'm not talking to the knuckleheads. You going to stay out here and renegade and do whatever you want to do. But I'm going to break some things down to you about why, you know, a lot of you out here making these videos talking about where the good black men at, and well, why you ready to be a wife now, you know, what have you. That, look, y'all don't understand how the dating market has changed, but let's let her do some talking here before we get into this.
I'm tired. I no longer want to be an independent woman. Forget that INDE. I'm good. I want to be a housewife. Listen, the next man that has good credit, a stable home, finances is straight, baby, I'm marrying you.
Here's the problem. You got out here into the workforce, putting your career first, education and all of that, which is fine, because these are things that adults are supposed to do. However, ladies, listen to me. There's a big difference between you doing this and the way you should do it versus what a man does. You are not men, okay? We have to take care of ourselves, okay? For those of you that go out here into the world, your purpose is different. You can actually have a man take care of you if you qualify to be taken care of. You can't do that by being half naked on Instagram. I'm not saying she has, okay, because I haven't seen her Instagram, but you all know how it usually goes today. You can't do that with an attitude. You can't come into a relationship talking about what you gonna let a man do, because she said the next man that come along. So that tells you that the kind of men that she was interested in were coming along. But see, sometimes men and women this applies to, but we talking about this, sister. Sometimes when a good thing comes along, a lot of people don't know how to appreciate it until that well starts to run dry, like the old folks used to say. But let's let her keep talking here.
Yes, sir, I am. I'm not an alpha female no more. I've learned my lesson. Baby, I will be submissive to you. Baby, I will cook for you. I will clean for you. Yes, daddy, whatever you need. You want sex when you want it? Yes, sir, you got it. Baby, you want a meal at 3 o'clock in the morning? Yes, sir, you got it. Take care of me.
Okay, let's pause right here. See, you heard what came out her mouth. I'm not an alpha female no more. Y'all, in these terms, see, I'm going to tell you where a lot of sisters went wrong. I want y'all to listen to me. Again, for the ones that have sense, the knuckleheads, y'all don't have to listen. You keep doing what you're doing. And you're going to be out here making videos too. This alpha female stuff, trying to adopt terminology and the lingo that men use and what have you, that's not your place. You're a woman. There is nothing the same about a man and a woman. Our roles on this planet are different. You all are born with everything that you need to be feminine and women. That only erodes when you start trying to adopt the habits and the behavior pattern of men. And this is the result it gets you. Making videos talking about where the good men at and that you want a husband. And what's up with this sounding like a slave? Yes, a boss, and whatever you need, you got it. Listen, you can't come out here today and finesse these men by just saying what you think men want to hear. See, I'm going to give y'all some game on something. I want y'all, again, the sisters that got some sense, to listen to what I'm saying when it comes to this. A lot of you today desire a wedding, but you don't understand what it takes to be in a marriage. That's two different things. That's two different things. Now, this is going to say some stuff here later, and we're going to examine that also. And see, I want y'all to take a good look at her ears. You got all these damn piercings and stuff in your ears, man. Y'all got to understand something, sisters. Again, for the ones of you that want a good man, because any of y'all can get a man. Is he going to be worth a damn, though? Is he going to be the kind that you want to take care of you? If you are in the market for something, okay, you are the product that we as men go out and seek, okay? The one that's seeking the product of a woman is a man, okay? in this dynamic, this is the one we're talking about. We're not talking about other types of alternative lifestyles. Ladies, you have to consider you're the product. Are you attractive to the man that's going to be the buyer? Running around here talking about bruh and all this other stuff, trying to talk like us, that doesn't work. A lot of y'all have adopted non-feminine behavior by choice, and you've done it so long now that a lot of you are running around out here talking about you don't know how to be feminine. You're talking about you need femininity coaches. Really? You're a woman. And see, this is the importance of black fathers being in the household, because see, if you grew up in a household with a father that's worth a damn, he ain't gonna let you get started acting like no damn boy. He gonna cut that shit out time it gets started. I got to tell it like it is. Now, I don't know her situation with her father, but I'm gonna tell you, those of them that's out here now by themselves, the greater majority of them didn't have a father there. And then we got to go back and look at how their mother chose, because see, a lot of y'all will choose these dudes based off the wrong qualities. You choose them because of swag or how they look, etc., but they don't have no problem solving ability. They don't have no life skills. They don't have no intention to start no family with you. But, you know, I'm just saying, I want y'all to pay attention to that. Ladies, all these tattoos and crowd, that's not going to attract no brother that's going to be able to take care of you. Understand something. Brothers on that and in that tax bracket, those of us in that tax bracket, okay, we're not looking for a bunch of women tatted up half naked on Instagram. That ain't what's going on. But yeah, let's let her keep talking.
This working 2 jobs, although I love being a registered nurse, I love my profession. Let me just work as needed. Let me work when I want to work. I'm over it. I'm tired, y'all.
I want y'all to sit here and listen to what she just said. Did you hear the sincerity in her voice when she said, I'm tired, y'all? Now, this woman makes good money, but you're going to have to understand something. Making good money as a woman does not take the place of a man. See, as men today, as black men, okay, because we talking about our community, y'all have to understand something. And this is the sad part. I'm not saying this to be funny about it. Y'all need to understand that men bring more to the table than money. We bring security. We bring problem solving ability. The men that are worth a damn, okay? We bring the peace of mind of knowing that, okay, you have someone that you can lean on and depend on. We bring the protection and provision to the entire household, because those of us that are responsible, that's what we do. Okay. So you having a job and making the income of a man is not going to replace a man. And see, those of you that are on this channel, y'all are pretty much smart enough to know this. I'm talking to the people that may not have had a father in the home. You know, that may have only taken advice from their single women friends and knowing that, hey, nothing from nothing, leave nothing. You're not going to get no man listening to your single friends out here. OK. And see, the unfortunate thing about America today, sisters, listen to me. It encourages you to run around talking about how strong and independent you are. Now, a lot of you have started to figure that out. And kudos to the younger sisters that are getting it now, that understand that your best window of opportunity to catch a good husband it's going to be before you get out them 20s. Let me tell you that right now. You look, go out here, have your fun, experiment, do what you do smart. Don't end up with no bunch of kids. Don't get no tattoos. All these piercings, just take a look at her. See, you don't even, a lot of y'all that's out here making these videos, y'all don't even understand what you're doing wrong and why the men that you want are avoiding you like the plague. A lot of it stems from your attitude too. Okay. So, you know, I want y'all to pay attention to this, right? Because see, I hope that if it's only 3 people, some of you will get this, listen to it, and consider what I'm saying. But, you know, we're going to let her keep talking here because we got a lot more to break down.
So hook a girl up. I'm looking for a husband.
A few minutes later.
Real quick, you guys made me go viral with my last post, 23.5 views, over 500 some comments. So let's just clarify some things. One thing about me, baby, is that I'm very independent.
Pause right there. I want y'all to look at something. Ladies, again, I'm trying to say this to you so that those of you with some sense can absorb this. First things first, remember when she was up there making the video, she had that filter on. Now that she got a response and a lot of the brothers are telling her, hey, look, you a big walking red flag. Now the filter is off, and this is the so-called, oh, hey, I meant to do that video. Almost like somebody that tripped and fall talking about they meant to do that. Yeah, this the Urkel moment right here. I mean, did I do that? Yeah, you did. And see, take a look at her face. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all something, sisters. You got to understand how men read you. For those of you that are actually trying to figure out what men want out here, look at her face. You frowned up, almost because she's in attack mode now to try to rebuttal these responses that she's getting. But see, what y'all gonna have to start doing, sisters, those of you that claim that you want men, you better start listening to men. How are you gonna get a man, but you never listen to what a man tells you? But let's let her keep talking.
I've been working since I was 16 years old. So when I say that, that means that I have decent credit. Matter of fact, I have great credit. My credit score is almost at 800. I have my own. I have money in the bank.
Okay, let's pause right there. Now, she said that she was very independent. You can't be very independent and have a man taking care of you. You have to move from independent to interdependent. I understand if you out here on your own in this economy, and she's feeling it, because even though she makes good money, y'all about to see what one of her problems is, unfortunately. In this economy, if you don't have financial business sense and the discipline to manage money right, you can piss that away very easily. And y'all gonna see one of the habits that a lot of women have. And I don't care what other women do. I'm making this video to talk to my sisters that I can reach. Okay. So that's the first thing she missed up on that, talking about I'm very independent. You're not going to be independent and be with a husband. You become interdependent. Big difference. Okay. Big difference. And if your credit is so great, you got all this money and everything, why was there such sincerity in the distress of your voice in the previous video where you talk about, I'm tired, y'all? See, sisters, listen to me. Y'all gonna have to stop this trying to put up a brave front when you in trouble. I'm talking primarily to the younger sisters that's in them 20s that still got a chance to catch a good dude. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. That trying to pretend like you okay when you're not. You're not men. That's us that can deal with that. Okay. We're made to work 60 plus hours a week. We're made to go out here and sacrifice with the bare minimum until we build ourselves up to a point where we can have, you know, decent careers, start businesses and be making good money. A lot of y'all not built for that, man. And I'm not being chauvinist. I'm talking real world. See, somebody got to sit y'all down and tell y'all the facts on things, man. The point that I'm making is when you look at this country and look at the greater majority of the jobs that maintain this nation, the infrastructure, that's very hard work. You have a very small percentage of women that goes into those jobs because it is backbreaking. This workforce will break you in half out here. And it's far better for you to spend your time wisely. Look, by the time you hit 25, the way you date should change. You should start dating, looking for the guy that you're trying to settle down with. Okay, because I get it. You know, everybody wants to experiment when they're young. It's good to get certain things out your system early. But by the time you hit 25, you better start changing. And them next few years that you dating, before you get out in 20s, better be trying to say, okay, hey, look, I'm trying to get myself together now. That is before you get kids by some bum. Okay, do not get these tattoos. I don't know why y'all doing that. I have to reiterate that. You got to start thinking that, okay, if I'm trying to put myself in position to get a good man, you got to first figure out where those men are and place yourself there. You got to have some grown woman fashion game, and you can't be running around out here showing every damn thing. See, let me give y'all a tip, right? Because see, a lot of y'all don't really understand what men are looking for. It's nothing wrong with showing a little bit of skin, but I'm going to give y'all an old school rule that a lot of your grandmothers would have gave you if they were still around. We talking about old school grandmothers, not these grandmothers in the 30s. If you're going to be showing some top, make sure all the bottom is covered. If you're going to be showing a bit more thigh and skin down bottom, make sure the top is all covered. You can't come out here with everything showing. See, the goal is when you're trying to get a good man, you want to stand out from the rest of these helpers out here that we just look at and be like, yeah, okay, I'll lay up with you, but ain't no commitment and resources coming to you. I'm just saying, but we're going to let her keep talking.
I come to the table with the table, the chairs, the bacon. So I'm not.
Stop right there. Ladies, y'all better stop saying that. You come to the table with the table. I know that. See, look, a lot of this in our community, y'all like to come up with little clever things to retort against a man when we say things a lot like, what you bring to the table, what have you. You're not no table. You're not no table because all women of all races, you sit down at a table and draw off the resources of the table by and large. In most situations today, and a lot of this is going to burn y'all ears, but I'm trying to talk some sense into you. In most situations in relationships, the men are the better financial managers. And she's going to prove something that I'm saying about this in just a few minutes here. This, I'm the table, I bring all this stuff. Okay, well, table, if you got it like that and everything's cool, why were you out here talking about you need a husband? You need somebody to take care of you. If you the table and everything is already on your table, you should be content. That video that you made previously, that was not contentment. But hey, we're going to let her keep talking.
Or begging a man to take care of me because I don't need that, honey. Look at me. Tiffany, Louis, Toy Birch. Me, like, bruh.
Okay, remember what I was just saying about financial management and discipline? She was naming all them designer luxury items. And see, this is something that a lot of y'all are very bad about if you don't have a man there with you. First things first, you being able to buy yourself those things, what's that to celebrate? Think about it. It's like buying yourself your own birthday cake. What does that really mean? Okay, then you out here single and you buying all this stuff. She thinks that being able to buy material things equals success. Again, as I stated previously, that does not take the place of a good man. Then a lot of y'all will buy stuff to look cute, and you don't buy anything that actually appreciates in value that can make you money. Think about it. Let's just say she got in a financial tight and she needed to sell all that designer stuff she got. You're not going to get what you paid for it. You're not going to get what you paid for it at all. See, and then talking about me, bruh, and that bruh, let me tell y'all something. Ladies, listen to me again. I'm going to say this again. If you're trying to attract a good man, do not make a habit of trying to use phrases that sound like men. You can't do that. If the men that you're looking for are looking for naturally feminine women, y'all can't break that unless you choose to. If we want women that sound like men, hell, we would just go and be with men. Y'all better start taking pride in being naturally feminine today. Because see, a lot of her attitude right here, what she's displaying, she don't even understand that that's probably the big turn off right there. And see, that's the sad thing. That's the sad thing for attractive sisters to be out here struggling like that. And then they sitting around, turn around in circles trying to figure out why they can't get the kinds of men that they want. And see, look, I'm going to let her keep talking here because I want to teach y'all something on this.
I'm good.
No, you're not good.
Want a man to take care of me? What woman wouldn't want a man to take care of them, honey? I'm still planning on working. I enjoy being a nurse, so I would never fully give that up. I would always have like a PRN job, but listen, my video was pretty much a vent of just saying, listen, I am tired. Also,
your video that you made was a cry for help. See, let me tell y'all something, man. Young ladies with sense, again, I'm not talking to the knuckleheads. For any of you that try to come over after you see this video trying to argue me down, look, you don't have to believe me. Life is whooping your ass out here, especially in this economy now with Jim Crow Joe Biden up here and all this inflation. Look, let me give y'all something to think about, right? For the sisters with the sense. Remember that Texas winter freeze that happened? See, all this running around talking about how independent you are, you don't need no man and all that other stuff. For those of you that buy into that, you start to learn what I detailed earlier in this video. Men bring more to the table than money. Let me give y'all some real world game to think about, younger ladies. Put yourself in that Texas winter freeze situation or any natural disaster like that. Okay. The power go out. Okay. It's a situation where people are panicking. All right. You by yourself. You don't have a man that can go out there and get gas for you in situations where people might be fighting for it. You don't have a man that can go out there and do grocery shopping for you. when people might be fighting for resources, because that's when the ugly part comes out of humanity, when resources get scarce. See, understand something. If you out here single and you ain't married or what have you, or at least in a long-term relationship, you're not protected out here by yourself. Imagine you being in that situation like that Texas winter freeze and that power is out for 2-3 weeks at a time. Now you got to figure out what you're going to do to stay warm. Okay. Now you got to figure out, okay, how you going to cook. You didn't stock up on enough resources because like her, you spend all your money buying this designer bullshit, and in your home, and oftentimes because y'all don't think in terms of security like men, you don't have flashlights. You don't have any type of backup generator, emergency supplies. See, let me tell you something, man. Let me break this down when I say men bring more to the table than our money. If you're with a man and y'all buy a home together, y'all looking at how nice the home look and all the other stuff. As men, we're like, yeah, okay, it's nice. All right, now, and out here, we walking around that property saying, okay, what do I need to do to secure my property? I'm going to put a fence over here. We're going to put some cameras around here. We start thinking, okay, what am I going to do to secure this place before I sit here and admire how much I enjoy it? Please soak that up, ladies. We're going to let her keep talking.
Work 2 jobs because I choose to, because of the lifestyle that I live. I love to live a lavish lifestyle.
And see, listen to what she just said. You work 2 jobs because you choose to. First of all, that's a bunch of horse shit. No, you don't. You working 2 jobs because you have to. The greater majority of women out here would rather have 1 job that take care of all their finances, and that take care of every one of their expenses, rather. Okay. And see, the reason that you working 2 jobs is because you living beyond your means. She's going to prove that again here in a minute. She's living beyond her means and is probably in debt up to her eyeballs. I do not believe that her credit is nowhere near straight because see, look, who y'all think y'all fooling out here? For those of us brothers that have our shit together and those of us brothers that deal with women that got their shit together, it's a big difference between a woman that's very comfortable and got good credit, because first of all, they ain't gonna be working no 2 jobs. Let's just call it what it is. Most women would rather take the easier route, and rightly so, because you're not men. If you out here and you working 2 jobs, it's because you got to. You in a bunch of debt and you trying to catch up a bunch of stuff. But see, we're gonna let her keep talking. She telling on herself.
What I want. I don't want to put nothing on layaway. I don't want to say, oh, I can't afford this today. So I work how I want to work. I do 2 jobs. I have 1 job that's hospice, and then 1 job is working in a hospital. I live comfortably. So, 1 thing for certain, no. 1 thing for sure, 2 things for certain, I'm good. I don't.
No, you're not good. Because a woman that's good doesn't put out a distress call like that first video that she did was. You're not good. You trying to convince us that you good. But see, here's the thing, ladies. And listen to me when I say this word, accountability. Accountability is not the enemy. It is your friend. Because see, it's one thing for you to lie to other people. When you wake up every day and look yourself in that mirror, you can't lie to you. You know the truth all the time. You are not good. Women that are good do not complain like this. They don't even worry about problems. And see, that's the one thing too that you got to understand, ladies. For those of you that have good men, let me explain something to you. You better take a good look at this video, because see, these heifers like this that's out here wanting for good men, you cannot trust them. They will slit your throat to get your guy. So I'm telling you, if you have the kind of man, a quality man that makes sure that, I'm going to give you some examples when I say quality man. A quality man that's really thinking about his woman, you know what he going to do? Okay, both of y'all got cars. He thinking, okay, hey, before she even get up, let me go ahead and fill my baby tank up so she ain't got to be out here trying to worry about getting no gas later, what have you. I'm going to go ahead and take care of all of that. Let me go ahead and make sure the maintenance on the car is taken care of. Okay, a good man takes care of you to the point that a lot of times, unless we teach y'all how to do certain things, which is something that a good man also does, just in case we're not present, we're going to teach you how to do the basics with certain things with a car, what have you. We make sure that you're so well taken care of, you don't even understand what to do if a problem happens. And again, that's not always good. You have to train your woman what to do with certain things, fellas, okay, while they're out here. We teach you to make sure that you have essentials in the car. You got jumper cables in there. You got a toolbox in there. You got at least a gallon jug of water, flashlights in the trunk and the interior. You know, do you have some protection, preferably Second Amendment or at least some mace on you? We gonna make sure that, okay, when you out here, you ain't running around with your battery on your phone 30 or 40%. That's a rule that a good man is gonna always get clamped down on y'all about running around out here with these phone batteries low, because that's your lifeline if something happened to you. We're gonna make sure that you leave that house with a phone charger for your car and have that phone battery at least 85%. See, this is the way a good man thinks that's going to take care of you. So if you got that kind of man, don't you become complacent about that. Don't you take that man for granted, because see, this heifer right here is hurting. She ain't fooling nobody but herself. I'm going to let her keep talking.
Need a man. I desire a man. I desire to be a wife again. I was married for 14 years, baby, so I know how to be a wife. I don't just play house. I know how to be a wife.
Stop right there. I'm going to include a link in the description box to an interview that she did with a brother. And I think maybe he criticized her and she did a response. And ladies, after you watch this, I want you to study that interview and listen to the questions he's asking her and listen to how she responds. She said in the interview, I'm going to give you a little bit of spoiler right here in the interview. She said that, okay, she's saying right here she was married for 14 years. In the interview that I saw that I'm going to put in the description box and I'm going to label it, she said that she was married for 10 years, but they were together 14 years. Now, I want y'all to analyze something. See, this is why y'all need fathers, brothers, you know what I'm saying, and guys that will tell you the truth about when you saying something that don't make no sense. Because a lot of times what y'all will try to do is you'll try to put on a brave front and you say things that are contradictory. If you said that you know how to be a wife, okay, and you don't just play house and all of this, I guarantee you, if you ask her, okay, well, what happened with your marriage? Why did that work out? Now, for all we know, the guy might have been a piece of crap, but if you was with him that long, he had to be worth something. He had to be worth something. Could the problem have been you? See, if you know how to be a wife and what have you, assuming that this is a quality man that she had, then you would still be in your marriage. See, a lot of y'all are wondering today why brothers are so slow to get married when we have this no-fault divorce, and all you have to do is look at the math. Math does not lie, as your friend. The greater majority of these divorces, the women file for divorce first. It's not the brothers that don't want to be married. It's a lot of women get into it. And again, it goes back to what I was saying. You want the wedding. You want the fanfare of a big, nice wedding. You like the idea of getting that ring, but then you're not ready for the role to be a wife in a marriage. Marriage take work on both ends. Y'all don't understand what we trying to tell y'all out here, man. And then you out here making these kinds of videos. But see, we're going to let her keep talking.
So, don't take my post literally too serious. And I got a lot of people who was like, you know, hey, I'll take care of you. You know, trust me, these days, it's a lot of how society is. You know, you pretty much need two incomes to run a household. So I get it. And
pause right there. No, you don't get it. Let me tell you something. No, you don't. If you're a single woman with no kids, you do not need two incomes around one household unless you're living beyond your means. And we see she's well on her way to doing that, because that little stuff that she showed off, I guarantee you go to her home, it's full of crap like that. Always compulsive spending, compulsive shopping, not thinking about, okay, hey, let me stack some bread for a rainy day like this recession that we in now. You're not thinking about that. You're thinking about how cute you can look and, ooh, let me buy this, let me buy that. You heard what she said. When I see something I wanted, I ought to buy it. So that's why I work 2 jobs. Look where that gets you. See, a man puts the brakes on that financial recklessness. He like, hey, whoa, no. We can't afford that right now. We'll get this a later time. We got necessities to take care of. Then we will get the things that are not necessity. And a lot of y'all by yourselves are bad at managing your money that way. Okay. And see, she's running around here talking about how good she is and how everything is okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not at all. It's not at all. And the sad thing is she don't even understand that the type of man that she want, they weren't the ones that was telling her, talking about they'll take care of her. Those were simps. You got to understand something. The simps, look, ladies, listen, for those of y'all on these social media apps, let me explain something to you. The simps that's all in your inbox and, you know, in your comment section and stuff like that, making all them comments when they see you saying stuff, I'll take care of you. Them dudes couldn't afford to take care of, they can barely afford to take care of themselves. I guarantee you. And then She's not interested in them. She's not gonna say that, but she ain't interested in none of them guys, man. And see, let's just play devil's advocate here. Let's just say that you did snag a man after you put out your distress call video. Okay, you put the distress call out, the man answers it, you get him, and then you start to realize that that type of man that's making enough money to take care of you, okay, he's making more than you in excess to take care of you and make you live comfortably. You're gonna see that comes with some rules. You better understand something. For those of you that looking at that simp Russell Wilson, no, that is not the greater majority of financially stable men out here. Men with a backbone are going to have some parameters and rules for you within reason that you will have to follow if you want to continue receiving that man's provision and protection. You can't get something for nothing, ladies. You can't, but we're going to let her keep talking.
Of course, I'm not looking for any type of man. You do have to be attractive.
You are looking. You put the distress call out. See what I'm saying? Oh, my God.
To me, you do have to have stability. You do have to have goals. You do have to be God-fearing. You do have to come with some morals, come with some damn standards. Now, I just ain't taking, any goddamn man off the street now. Come on.
This laundry list that she just laid out right here, that's great. I hear you. You got standards. Nothing wrong with that. Do you understand the qualification list that you have to attract the kind of man that you want to take care of you? Do a lot of y'all understand that? Because I know she don't. And see, look, the thing that I want to see my sisters win out here. So that's why I gave you the advice that I'm giving you earlier in this video and on through it here. I want to see you win and secure the right guy. But see, you're going to have to use sisters like this as a cautionary tale. Because see, I'm going to say something that a lot of y'all ain't going to like. That dude that she looking for, talking about take care of her, she can pretend like I desire a man. Yeah, okay. When you out there struggling by yourself and you walk past a sister that's got a husband and you see him taking care of her on a consistent basis, that burn you the hell up because you know you don't have that. Don't be this chick, y'all. Don't be this chick. I'm gonna let her keep talking.
I just had to come tell y'all that, okay? Trust me when I say I'm good, baby.
No, you're not good. You're not good at all. You're not good at all. You putting up a good front. That's what you're doing. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I hate to say it, but she's 39 years old and she don't realize that the men that she want, her competition is in their 20s. And they don't come with all that hard-headedness, sit in your ways. See, that's the bad part about y'all getting older. Let me go ahead and break that down. It's not so much even your looks. It's you being stubborn and sit in your ways. And when you get with a man, most men are going to want to mold you into the kind of woman that they want to protect and provide for if you're not already there. A lot of brothers say, okay, you know what? There's a few things we can work on. We're going to have to change. But hey, we'll get her there. And if he tries that and you're going to be like, I ain't doing that. I'm independent. Oh, okay. All right. You keep telling that man what you're not going to do and you expecting him to provide and protect for you on a consistent basis. That don't even make no rational sense whatsoever. Being reasonably submissive does not mean that you somebody's slave. And when somebody say jump high, that means simple one thing, cooperation, especially if this man has proven that he can take care of you. He's not abusive. He ain't out here cheating on you and, got no drug habit, in and out of jail. A good guy, a real one. You have to qualify that today because a lot of y'all try to play that childish game and try to lump all men in when we're talking about a specific kind of brother that's got his stuff together. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, I'm going to let her go ahead and ride it out here. And at the end, I hate to say it, for those of y'all that's hard-headed out here thinking that you can just up now, hey, I want to be a wife. After you've been a problem all this time and you spent all your younger years when you could have got a good guy being a problem, we got a little group that's going to sing a song for you. But, we're going to let her finish talking and that group going to take the song out. Because, see, this group that's going to sing this song to you, it's going to tell you how a lot of these guys out here feel that you think you're going to run this game on out here. I'm ready to be a wife. Yes, sir. Whatever you want. Yes, sir. Whatever you need. Okay. They're going to sing a song to you.